Can you hear me?
I got you now.
Oh, okay.
What's going on, man?
Chilling, bro. Chilling, man. How you hanging in there?
Gotcha. What up, though?
Totally my bad on that, guys. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, bro. I just hopped in.
I misunderstood. I was like, oh shit, is that? All right, let me go pull it up on. What are we doing? Kehlani's, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kehlani.
Kehlani?
Kehlani. Sorry, it's a thing that they call her. They call
y'all
her
didn't
Kehlani.
Y'all didn't watch that live with 6ix9ine?
Nah, bro. I'm not supporting that clown by any means, man.
Listen, we're gonna talk about it. Hey, we should definitely do a live conversation about that later, guys. How do you spell her name?
Kehlani.
Okay, I was trying to do every version but that. Okay. Albums. Okay, it was good until it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Okay, we're ready. Y'all can go live when you're ready.
We already live, my boy.
Oh, people are here. Send me that link.
Uh-huh.
Or is it just on your YouTube?
Yeah, but it's because I'm streaming it to the YouTube, but I can send you that link.
Okay, cool. All right, guys, I'm here. I'm sorry I was late. I'm a dummy.
Bro, we literally just got up in here. You're good.
Yeah.
And let's have that conversation too after this. I want to have that 6ix9ine conversation.
Okay, hold on. I'm going live right now on Instagram to let people know they can pull up on us.
Okay. How many people is in the live right now? Not a lot.
It's like 90.
Oh, hey, what's up, 90?
84, yeah.
The song that he dropped was good.
I can't do it, bro.
While people come in, let me say what he basically said for all the people out there watching. If you didn't watch TeKashi 6ix9ine.
So everybody that's tuning in right now, we are going live right now. We are talking about Kehlani's new album. But before we start that, before we get into Kehlani's new album, we're going to be talking about 6ix9ine going live.
Yes.
Don't hold it for a second, though. Don't say nothing. People gonna come over and we're gonna talk about the 6ix9ine.
And I actually have his live here too, so I can play it.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about the live. Doe says he has it. He might be able to put it on his screen, and we'll screen share it. We're gonna talk about all of that. Yeah, he's fully clothed.
Shut up.
What's up, Rena? What's up, everybody? Somebody said 6ix9ine to go. He don't care. I respect that, man. Listen, everybody is entitled to their own opinion, man. It's the same as us. So we're gonna talk about the 6ix9ine thing, and then we're gonna get into Kehlani's album. And if we have time, we might breeze through this Chris Brown and Young Thug thing, guys.
Hey, Tahir, I'm on your page. I don't see.
Yeah, are you live? Are you live on your page or all devs?
So
Tahir, are you live on your page or all dev?
I'm on my page on Tahir Moore.
I don't see it at all.
No, try to refresh it.
I just came here. Josh can't see it either. My girl can't see it either. None of us can see it. So where are these 90 people coming from?
It's live.
You sure?
Oh yeah. Wait a second.
You see it now? Okay, my girl just found it. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
All right, slide that link. Play
I got it. Okay. I'll send you the link, Josh.
So we're live.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm tripping.
Go to Tahir Moore, TAHIRMOORE. We are live on there right now, and people are popping in. We got about 140. So I'm about to end this right now. I was at Target.
Okay, Josh, I just put it in the chat.
In LA. We are about to go live.
So, I have the live here, so I'm gonna just play it for y'all.
Okay, wait a second. Let me give people the link real quick. .com here more. So I have my YouTube channel pinned. I'm trying to pin it right now. Hey, man. The pin never works on the first time for me. I always got to do the pin like 30 times.
Then you're sitting there looking stupid at the phone, like.
Well, that's because you got fat fingers to hear.
So yeah, the pin is right there. We're about to get it going right now. If you're already on a computer or your phone, go ahead and tune in right now because we're about to get live. We're gonna talk about this 6ix9ine new single. And then I
got his live here, so I'm gonna play it for y'all.
Okay. Once you airdrop it to your computer so you can share the screen and just play it on the screen. Technology.
Now you cooking with grease.
So for those that are still coming in, I'm gonna be live.
Just put on a hoodie. It's a great
on this for a second. And then
hold on, it's coming to my computer right now.
Okay, cool. All right.
Somebody respond to Tony Baker in the Real Comedians chat that yes, it was 2 million people. Because I gotta let this download. He was like, he had 2 million people in his live. Yes, he had to just break Tory Lane's record.
He did. They said that the record was 380,000 live, and that was like another Mexican artist, musician, and he beat that.
And he did 2 million?
He beat him by 1.5 million people.
That's disrespectfully running the numbers up on him.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, people got to stop acting like he's not a big artist.
Oh, I'm not saying he's not a big artist, bro.
artist.
This is all part of that discussion. All I'm not saying he's not a big artist. He definitely has a bunch of eyes always on him.
All right,
and he's gonna be bigger than he ever has been because of all this.
We're going live on my YouTube right now. It's pinned up right now. So if you see that right there, it's youtube.com. I forgot to put the / in / to hear more. Pull up because we're about to stop this right now on Instagram, and we're gonna just be on the live on YouTube. So pull on up over there, and yeah, we'll see you over there. All right, peace.
I think this is gonna be so much to talk. Like, okay, it's just not coming in right now. Hold on. Okay, cool. I got it on my computer. Okay, I got it on my computer. So.
I'm coming, y'all. I'm coming right now.
Did y'all see this pop up?
Whoa.
Yeah, see it.
You took over my. I don't like that.
Let's get it going.
You got real aggressive with this real estate.
Who, me? All right, they gonna see this.
I had a whole thing going, man.
Let's watch some of the live. We don't have to watch the whole thing though, but let's watch some of the live.
You don't want to watch the whole thing?
How long is it?
11 minutes.
All right, let's get into it.
All right, here we go.
Oh, we can't hear it, though.
We can't hear sound, Joe.
Oh, hold on.
You might have to take your headphones out for us to hear it.
Hold on. Can you guys hear it now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, pause it real quick, dog. Pause it real quick.
What's up?
Is he playing music the whole time through his live?
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, no, he's not. Gotcha.
Okay.
Y'all ain't game.
Hold on.
Niggas stop this.
Hold on.
All right, for those that don't know, we can't play the music.
Okay, right here. He's okay. The music is going right here. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Let me take all this jewelry off. I don't give my old jewelry back to get new jewelry. This is $500,000. $500,000. Look at the diamonds in them teeth.
You got a Finding Nemo
Nobody got this
medallion.
watch. Well, I think like 2 people got it, but if you don't got this watch, we can't beef. Me and you are not in the same bracket.
I hate this guy.
At all. If you don't got this watch right here, this watch, over $500,000, why we can't beef? I broke the YouTube. I'm at 5 million views in 1 hour.
YouTube.
I can't even get 100,000 views. Listen. We can't beef. There's no beef. I'm the king. Y'all know this. Listen, you know the legendary shit that I be talking about? You know why people so mad? Because they thought it was over for me. They counted me out. Oh, you rad it, it's over for you. Y'all could never cooperate with the government and come back. Y'all could never do that. I'm a living legend at the age of 24 years old. You hear me? Look at these 1.6 million. Shout out to Tory, shout out to Drake, shout out to Bad Bunny. Y'all niggas can never. Stop playing on me. Stop playing on me. Look at this. 1.6 million. 1.6 million. We can't beef. Me and y'all not the same. Why I keep hearing King of New York, King of New York? Y'all not the kings of New York. Look at the numbers. Oh, well, he winning right now, yo. How y'all let that kid rap, right? How y'all let him rap and come home to beat, still get more numbers than us, break all the records? Why y'all can't stand it or something? Y'all can't stand it. Y'all can't listen. You live your whole life, right? You live your whole life trying to be a real nigga, and this is me. This is real Danny shit. Fuck 6ix9ine, right? This is some Daniel Hernandez shit. You live your whole life trying to be a real nigga, trying to be a stand-up, tall, loyal guy, to try to shit on a kid like me, to be like, yo, fuck that, he's a rat, he's a rat, he's a rat, he's a rat. To be like, yo, he ratted. To then a rat like me to come home and still do more numbers than you, I would be mad too. I would be mad too. If a rat came home and did more numbers than me, I would be mad too. I would.
Hold on, dog.
I would be mad. If a rat came home.
Is there? I saw that post about a rat coming home to a bag. Is that more that he talks about? Or is that the hype of it?
No. He's going to talk about why he's only going to talk for 6 more minutes. If you don't want to, okay. I can stop it.
All right, let's go through it. Let's try to push through.
I got you.
Like the way I came home and did more numbers than me, I would be mad. You have every reason to be mad. Every reason. Because no matter how much dirt y'all throw on my name, no matter, and I've seen everything. Everybody want to be quiet now. For 2 years, y'all made fun of me. Y'all done made memes of me. Y'all done throw my name in the dirt. Yo, rat, bitch, fucking. Y'all didn't go through what I went through. And I still came home, and I'm a legend at the age of 24 years old because I came home, and a rat is doing more numbers than you. I would be mad, too. I would. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. A real nigga wouldn't be able to sleep at night. I would go home sleeping like, why is this kid doing better than me? I wouldn't be able to sleep. I don't blame you, nigga. I don't blame you. I would be mad too. I would be mad. If a nigga ratted and I spend my whole life trying to be a real nigga, I'd be mad too. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like I'm genuinely sorry. And another thing I want to address, for the King of New York shit, let's cut that out. Little boy, sit down. If you don't got this watch, I'm not beefing with anybody from New York if you don't got this watch. If you don't got this watch right here, you a little boy to me. I'll kiss you on your forehead. You a little boy. Sit down. King's home. It's over. It's over. Y'all got, and I get it. If you got one Richard Mille, nigga, this all mine, nigga. No, I'm fronting up. Fucking get whatever y'all rappers do. It's mine, nigga. All 4 cars, Lamborghini Aventador, Wraith, McLaren, G-Wagon. You name it. All mine, all bought out. Y'all can't fuck with me. Y'all can't compete with me. And I'm going to let y'all niggas know that. But I'm sorry. And now let me break it down. I'm sorry. I want to say that I'm sorry to my fans because you know what? It wasn't worth it. It wasn't. And I'm going to tell you what. If there is a street code, right? If there is a street code and there's something so-called as loyalty and everything and no snitching and all of that, I get it, right? But where was the loyalty when you was sleeping with my baby mother? Where was the loyalty when you was caught on the wiretap trying to kill me? Where was the loyalty when you tried to kidnap my mother? Where was the loyalty when you were stealing millions of dollars from me? Where was that? So who broke it first? I get it. Don't fight fire with fire. I'm sorry. But what did I do wrong? Be loyal to niggas that's fucking my baby moms? Be loyal to niggas that kidnap me? Beat the shit out of me on video and everything? I'm supposed to be loyal to that? No, you know what? You know what it is? Y'all don't want to accept the fact that those is all true facts. Y'all don't want to accept. Y'all understand why I snitch. Y'all understand. Y'all don't want to understand. It's not that y'all don't understand. Y'all don't want to understand. Y'all don't want to understand that, damn, this kid really was, he moved their families out of poverty. He paid for schools for all of the members, whatever, but he snitched on them. Why? Were they loyal to me? Because when I met Son, he was sleeping on the rug. I give him yo, look, listen, I'm a rainbow Mexican hair kid. I rap. I'm not about that gang shit, but listen, I know how to get us out. You wasn't loyal to me, whether, but y'all understand. Let's y'all understand, and I know you understand. Y'all don't want to understand. All right, let me tell you. Before I got locked up, right? Before I got locked up. Fuck that rainbow hair nigga. Fuck TeKashi Snap. Fuck him. Fuck that rainbow hair kid. Fuck him. Fuck that rainbow hair kid. Y'all didn't really have a reason to dislike me just because I screamed in raps and I got rainbow hair. That was y'all reason, right? Or he's mad, loud. That was y'all reason. But then now y'all got a reason. So of course the go-to is, oh, he snitched. He's a rat. He's a rat. So that's y'all go-to, which I understand and I don't blame y'all. I can't blame y'all.
That's the gist of what he was saying. He's not going to say much more, but that's the gist of what he was trying to say.
Okay, let's go back to the full screen then. Okay.
What's up, man? Like,
listen. Josh, you got anything to say first?
Hold on, I couldn't hear you. Oh, hold on a second.
My bad. No, that's his mic thing.
Gotcha.
A part of me, I get his perspective on things, right? But at the end of the day, bro, he's still gonna he's gonna be able to post a record and it's gonna do numbers because kids don't care about anything but whatever they're listening to, whatever they're doing that given time, and that's his demographic, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's trying. I mean, the fact that he's trying to diminish this, if there is a street code, bro, whether it's, I can't speak on it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not repping anything, but I mean, just to go out and just try and air everybody out and say blase blah and just try to diminish it, put a record out. You're still getting numbers. Of course, people come out of prison all the time. It's still look at Gucci. But he didn't on anybody.
But the stuff that you're talking about, like the street code that he's saying, okay, I get that too. But what do you do if the gang that you in kidnapped you, beat you up, threatens your life? You still, I'm just saying, I mean, I don't have a dog in this fight, but it's what everybody's talking about in the news. Like, I just feel like I wouldn't know what to do in that situation. Like, what are you supposed to do? Be loyal to them, not snitch? They was not really rocking with you on the free. They was trying to kill you.
You're right, but it's just a fine line though, bro, because his entire scheme has always been on some what can I do and wild out and say for attention? He's literally just going right back into that. He's calling everybody out. He's trying to diminish other artists that are coming up at the same time out of New York. And I don't rock with that. I understand what you're saying. If everybody turns on him, those aren't his people in the first place, though.
I just know that the easy thing is to say he's a snitch, he's a rat, da da da. But when I heard him, I was just like, I can kind of see the other side. Tier, what's your thoughts on this? Or you just want to start this Kehlani album? You look like you could care less.
Yeah, I mean, it's my thing, bro. I believe there is a street code. I believe that he wasn't a street dude and he kind of got absorbed in that life faster than he was really ready for. I think that a lot of the stuff that he was doing, the antics of trying to put hits on people and beefing with these rappers, that's something that a kid would do, but it worked to his benefit for the troll that he was playing in. He found a lane and he ran with it. I understand what he was saying for is who am I being loyal to? He really did the Frank Lucas. He's like, yo, I'm snitching on all these cats. That's really what Frank Lucas said. And, people still praise Frank Lucas. So it's kind of weird, how they can hate TeKashi, but still like Frank Lucas. But I think a lot of the disdain that people are showing towards him right now is kind of what he said. They didn't like him before. And then when he snitched, they gave them a valid reason to not like him. My thing is that I feel like, one, you're promoting the wrong thing. You're promoting I snitched, nigga, I came home to a bag and all of that, whoop-de-wah. I feel like that's promoting the wrong thing. And the whole thing with the jury, here's the thing. There aren't going to be a lot of TeKashis. There aren't going to be a lot of rappers that make it, but they're going to be even less TeKashis. He's a rare anomaly.
Yeah.
I'm kind of tired. I realized it maybe last week, when somebody asked what's your favorite, actually Farron asked me what's your favorite genre of music? And you asked me that 10 years ago, 5 years ago, it would have been rap off the gate, rap, hip hop, all of that. But lately, the older you get, and especially with this quarantine going on, man, it's bro, I don't care about the shit that rappers be talking about a lot of times. I don't care about the jury and all the cars and all of that shit. You know what I care about right now? Mm-hmm. While we are shut in and money is tight for a lot of people, I care about generational wealth. I care about real estate. I care about what Ross is doing with buying multiple franchises of Wingstops. I care about stocks. I care about making sure that my family good if the unforeseeable were to happen to me. And I feel like this is the time we really should be promoting that. All the beef and shit is just getting kind of old because don't nothing come from it. A lot of these rappers be sneak dissing, doing subliminals and shit like that. If y'all niggas is so gangster, say the nigga name on the record. Simple as that. Stop hiding behind the bar. Stop hiding behind the beat. If you really beefing with somebody like that, say the nigga name on the record. Y'all handle that shit, whether you square up or y'all sit down and talk about it, whatever it is. But if y'all are having this platform where you can get 2 million people on live.
Facts.
Bro, you got a platform. I appreciate you addressing what happened, why you did what you did. Now, what's your plan going forward? Like, yo, but fuck all that. I ain't want to hear. I don't even want to talk about that shit. Y'all see what I'm doing on the wrist? This shit was dumb. I shouldn't have bought this. I should have fucked around and bought an apartment building so I could have had that money steadily coming in, but I had to stunt one time. I understand that. That's like the best of both worlds. You're showing what you did that was foolish, but also how you're growing and how you're learning from. Because right now, all he's showing us that jail and that court, all of that shit didn't mean nothing.
Yeah, because 2 years later, he's the same. Like you would think he would have a little bit more. That's the one thing that was disappointing. Like you would just think maybe a little humble, like just like, hey man, and that like the apology almost gets muffled under the way you say it with this whole arrogant, like, you know what I mean? So I just look at him like, you know what I mean? I never viewed him as a gangster. I always viewed him as like a child that was just doing everything he thought was gangster. You know what I mean? So in that sense, I was just like, you know, but hey, there it was. I mean, whatever, man. Let him do his thing. But I feel what you're saying too. You're like, you got 2 million people to talk, and this is the stupid shit you're gonna say. So I do.
Yeah.
I mean, like even with that, like even if you're not gonna talk about that, talk about something that is so much going on in the news. The 2 gentlemen getting I ain't even gonna call them gentlemen. 2 guys getting arrested for shooting a mod. Like it's so much that you could talk about with that platform. Even if just for a second, like I understand as a rapper and entertainer, you have to live a certain persona, but you can weave it in. Like even when we do it, we weave in facts. Like I just cut this past episode of Squadcast, and in this new episode of Squadcast that's going to air on Monday for all you guys watching, Kevin is talking about how he started real estate and how I was assuming that Kevin just had one house, the one in Seattle or in Washington. Kevin has a couple of properties now, and he has multiple streams of income from the podcast, from Patreon, from the podcast with Melissa, for brand deals. Kevin started doing dad jokes on TikTok as just something to post every day. He was so consistent with it, and with his following, he was able to like finesse that into a marketing deal with Laffy Taffy.
With Laffy Taffy.
Laffy Taffy, one of the longest running candies that's been around forever, bro. So it's like, bro, I get it. You have to talk your shit on these niggas. You have to tell these niggas why you did what you did. But like, what's going forward? Look like. Because right now, it look like he ain't learned enough from the situation.
It looked like he jumped right back into the same character that he was before.
Yeah, and that's what I didn't like. There was no growth. It was just like, you know what I mean? But you know what I wanted to tell you to hear when you said that, and then we can get into the album? I think that the quarantine, I said this to Kev the other day. I was like, Kev, I know you're going to think I'm crazy, but I think that the quarantine has brought the best out of me because I was forced to confront myself, have a lot of difficult conversations with myself that I didn't want to have, and I'm coming out of this a better person. And I want to tell you to hear, my brother, I see that in you too. Just the fact on even how you processing information, and you just like, bro, I don't really want to hear about this. I want to hear about gaining some wealth and all the stuff you're doing with your page and stuff. Like, I love that my brothers, even Josh, you doing different studio sessions and different things. Like, we're becoming something better, and I think that's so dope. So I just want to give y'all both props for that because I see the growth to here. I think that's dope that you ain't necessarily shit on them. You was like, bro, I ain't even knowing that. I want to learn what Kev know, this, and this social injustices. I love the growth in my brothers that I'm seeing. So there's a positive coming out of this whole situation.
I appreciate that. I just want to address somebody in the chat. Black Crazer or Black Caesar, BLAQCZR. He said you can't tell growth from 11 minutes. That's absolutely not true. That's absolutely not true. You obviously never heard of a 15-second elevator pitch or a 30-second elevator pitch. If you can't say if you can't say what you're gonna do, what you learned, the shit you went through, all of that in 11 minutes, then you need to worry about your vocabulary. Because most times a song is longer than 4 minutes, 3-4 minutes, and they can say everything they need to say
in a verse of that song.
In one verse with probably 2 or 3 courses in 3 minutes. So you mean to tell me 11 minutes ain't no time to show growth? Fam, what are you even saying right now?
Yeah,
bro?
I didn't make
What are you even saying?
Yo, goofy ass.
Niggas, I swear, niggas just be wanting to talk just to say something.
They just want to say some shit.
Yeah, bro, you can't come to me with that, bro, because I'm a student of life. I read every day. Al Def just sent us some books. Like
the energy. Here, I'm about to start a book club. Join it and let's read it together.
Slide that. I mean, I read too, guys. You know, I be
hey, the energy bus.
Getting some books here and there.
The
man.
energy bus is lit. I
some
love
weapons,
that.
You know, I got.
Yeah. I would love. Like,
It's not
when
a
we got more
t-shirt,
time,
you know?
I definitely will show y'all some of the stuff that I've read that has like really impacted my life. But just right now, for everybody that's listening, it's a quick read. It's called "Who Moved My Cheese." Read that book. It's
Oh.
amazing. Josh, you know about it?
I do know about it. My dad tried to get me to read it when I was in high school. I was just like, I don't know. I don't have the capacity to understand this, but I read it a few years ago. And
For those that are listening and watching right now, Who Moved My Cheese is basically about adjusting to change in life, and when things don't go your way, how you adapt to it or how you be defeated by it. And it's a great book just to like real quick.
keep this one too.
Oh yeah.
This one is called Keep Going. It's 10 ways to stay creative in good times and bad. And it's like one of those coffee table books, bro. It's like it's super. You can knock one of these.
Let's do it. I'm all about it. All right, let's
TeKashi.
get into it, man. So today we're doing we're talking about Kehlani's new album. It was good until it wasn't. I'm a fan of R&B. I'm not the biggest fan of Kehlani, and that's not a diss to her. I just don't know a whole lot about her. But what did put me on to her is when she was on what's the name's album, Calvin Harris. She had a track on that Calvin Harris track, which was really dope, and that was really put me on there. It was a cool little vibe. The whole album was the vibe. If you haven't heard the Calvin album, I mean Calvin Harris album, that joint is fine. He got everybody on it. He got Migos, Pharrell.
I think it's called Bounce Bounce Volume 1.
Yeah, it was amazing. But yeah, so let's go ahead and jump into it.
I haven't heard much Kehlani music, so this is really going to be a good introduction for me. So yeah.
All right. So just for everybody that's watching right now, we cannot play the actual album. That's why it's called a silent listening party. So we encourage you guys to stream it while we stream it. We're going to let you know every song that we're on. We're going to count down so we can start it at the same time, so we can really just go through it together. We did this, I think last week or the week before last, for the Drake album. And we're going to try to keep a good rotation. We know that the Young Thug and Chris Brown came out. And that would have been an easy choice. But we also kind of just want to spread it across the spectrum because, you know, some people don't listen to rap as much as they do R&B and vice versa. So if we have time and the guys want to, maybe we can dig into the first couple tracks of the Chris Brown / Thugger album. I've listened to it today at Target. I was like, yo, this shit got some little smackers on there. So,
right.
But today, right now, we're getting started on this Kehlani. It was good until it wasn't. First track is called Toxic. And we're going to get this started in 3, 2, 1.
Okay. But before you guys say anything, I have a suggestion, and I want to tell you before I forget. What I think that we could do to improve this entire experience, Josh, we can see the album and the track listing before we actually come live on air. And so then we could get a visual of that and then put it on the share screen of the track, the song that we're listening to, so people can know what to go listen to kind of join in so they're not confused when they come in. So if they see us just bobbing our head, they know, go here, this is the song, boom. You feel me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with that.
Okay. That shit was fire.
For an intro, bro, I'm all in.
Tahir, you're muted.
Yeah, okay.
That shit was that Don Julio, baby.
Bro, that's such a bar that is relatable.
She gets an endorsement.
Oh, man,
she gets an endorsement for that.
Man, that Don Julio Blanco, bro.
Yo, I like that.
I know all about that.
Them harmonies.
Yeah.
Ooh, what was you feeling? What was your feelings at Tahir?
Man, I was rocking with it. It was a nice little. First of all, it's a nice way to skate into the album.
Mm-hmm.
Super smooth. I'm a huge Ty Dolla $ign fan.
Oh, that was Ty in the back.
Was that Ty? I thought I heard him, but I wasn't positive.
I thought it sounded like Ty to me. Maybe it wasn't because he's not listed on there. But I know sometimes artists.
No, it is. It is.
Yo,
I'm on Tidal. Shouts to Tidal. I hope I get a check one day. Their credits list has Ty Dolla $ign as background vocals.
Bro, I'm a big whenever. I actually like when they don't list Ty Dolla $ign because when he slide on the track, I'm like, yeah.
Oh, when he came on Kanye's, when he hopped on Kanye's
Real Friends?
album. No,
Real Friends?
No, the gospel album. He hopped on the gospel song.
Yeah, it's just the whole thing, slavery's a choice. Yeah. It didn't sit well with me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I gotta go back and re-listen because she's a really good writer. Oh my God, she was saying some shit. I loved it. I want to go back and hear some of the shit later that she was saying, but 10 out of 10, I liked it.
Oh yeah, for one pass, that's definitely has a replay value in itself for an intro, bro. Like, I love a good intro, man, because if you get hooked there, you're so much easier to just want to let the whole thing play through, even if it's not a crazy bop.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we just got to listen to Toxic, the first track on Kehlani's album. If you guys listen to Toxic too, y'all can throw some comments in. We'll put some of the comments in and shout y'all out as well. So when we go through this, we want y'all feedback as well if y'all listen to it because we want to hear what y'all think about it too. That's the whole purpose of doing this, just kind of just create a forum for the album, man. So
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just saying I love that first track.
Do y'all think she was talking about YG?
I mean, she could be talking about a bunch of people, bro. I
know they dated for a while. I don't know if they're still dating. I'm just
I don't. I mean, it could be. I meant to say I don't know if she's specifically talking about YG, but I mean, I know she's dated a couple people that have some notoriety. So I'm excited for this next record, though.
All right, here we go.
Big Tory Lanez fan.
Can I with Tory Lanez?
Okay.
Ready?
Let's get it started in 3, 2, 1.
I like that. I like the vibe of that. She's 2 for 2 in my book. I like what she's doing. I like her voice.
Okay.
I like her voice. And I think this is almost blasphemous to even present this, but I'm going to do it because of how big of a Drake fan I am. But could Tory Lanez possibly be what Drake was trying to become? With what I'm saying is he's respected as a spitter. He doesn't get knocked for when he does sing, but he sings really well. And Drake gets highly criticized when he sings. And you know what is Tory in the same breath of a Drake?
Well, they're both from Toronto, or they're both from Canadian region first and foremost. And I mean, I'm sure there's definitely shared influence there as they were coming up too. But I do think Tory has a different type of range that Drake could hit, you know, and I think that's where Drake elevates as well as Tory in his own lane. But Tory be wilding sometimes, bro. Quarantine radio, Drake would never.
Yeah.
Drake can't do that to his brand.
Let me ask you guys this. Who are you guys picking vocally out of Tory and Drake?
Vocally Tory. Vocally Tory.
So if he has, so who are you taking with the bars?
Drake
over Tory?
Yeah. Drake all day.
Tory excites me, bro. I think Tory in 18 months, he's getting really good. Like not saying that he was ever bad, but Tory is dope and he be rhyming. I don't know. So anyway, what do you guys feel about? Give your opinions on the song. I'm sorry, I'll go forever. Go ahead.
Josh, you want to go first?
It was cool. I like the beat. I like the sound that Kehlani and Tory paired together have. It wasn't anything crazy standout. I might like it more when I go back. I enjoyed it though. Like it was definitely a good vibe. Like I said, that beat just kind of kept me in that pocket the whole time.
I feel like was that was that old Aaliyah song, right? Can I?
Oh, was that a sample?
And see you.
I think you're right.
I think that was from that. So like that pulled me in from that. Or if they didn't mean for that to happen, it worked out perfectly. Then it's a 2-for-1 for them. I thought it was a cool song. It wasn't anything that I feel like, oh, I got to hear that back immediately. Like the first track, I would listen to that again. Like right now, like we'd be like, yo, man, y'all want to go back to the first track real quick?
Yeah.
But like, let's do it one time. So it definitely, the second track just kind of gave me the feel like, okay, yeah, this is an R&B album. Like that's all it really confirmed with me, but it didn't give me anything that was like, man, that's fire right there, you know. And I think Tory definitely helped the track. He brought it up a little bit, but it wasn't a whole lot that he could do to that. So, you know, I thought it was a cool song.
Okay, well, let's go. Number 3 is Bad News. Go ahead, count us off, brother Tahir.
All right, guys, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
You stopped it?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. You didn't like it?
No, I did. I definitely think it was a vibe. I think that going forward, I think we need to figure out how and what songs to play the whole thing, which ones.
Okay.
I definitely think ones for feature definitely deserve a whole play. And unless we're all in agreement, then maybe we cut it like maybe halfway through. Here's my thing though. Because that song, like when I stopped it, I think it still had like 3 minutes.
That was long.
She
had some things.
minute.
She had some things to get off her chest. No,
Absolutely.
I feel that, but I also like listening. I think there's something really dope about listening to a project in its completion from beginning to end. So I think that we should try to maybe set this up where we don't have time constrictions and we can just really enjoy the album and talk about it as a family. That's how I see it. But how do you guys? Unless we all hate a song, we can be like, yo, we could just cut it, and then you know what I mean.
Here's my thing. I always think about how the fans are hearing it and viewing it too. I like it, but I know some people might not be following along. They might not have the streaming. It might not be on YouTube yet, whatever it might be. So I'm trying to be considerate to them too.
Yes.
But because of that, let me ask you guys. We got 361 people watching now. How do you guys feel about it? You guys want us to listen to the whole thing, whether there's a feature or not, or only listen to the whole thing if there is a feature? Because though I agree with you, especially like on some songs like Drake.
The first one.
Well, I was gonna say Drake is notorious for switching the beat up halfway through a song. And there are a couple of other artists. So if we cut out too early, we might miss that switch up or a little something nice at the end. But like I said, I want to take it all into account with the fans and us as far as like who we listen to. I see a couple.
Most people are saying full listen.
Let it play.
So if my thing is this, if anybody's on time restrictions and we gotta do it, I'm good with that. But just for future episodes, I would like to delve into them and talk about them. I think that's fun and cool. And I think people don't do that enough. I think people just listen to the bops and they don't really get a full understanding. Let's listen. There's something cool about listening. I mean, these artists put the time and the energy to create every second of this music. Let's respect that and listen to it in its entirety to respect the art that they gave to us and not just skip through it like, oh, it was cool. Well, you know what I mean? That's how I see it.
I agree. I agree. I agree
Sure.
fully with that, though. I just want to make sure, like, going forward, we need to come up with like just a proper.
We'll all talk off. We'll all talk offline as we produce this up.
Well, I mean, that. But also, I was thinking like we need to come up with like the flyer that has like a proper list of rules.
Right.
I put that on the first album, and people were still pulling up like, "What's going on? I can't hear nothing. What's going on?"
Sounds off. Check mic.
Yeah. So I agree. I would like to have the full album going. I just wanted to get the opinion from my brothers and then also from the squad.
And I got an idea, and I'm just spitting these ideas out because sometimes I forget them if I don't. What we'll do is we'll make a commercial for this and tell people how to do it. Like, how do you do it? You get the song, you boom, so then when they know, they'll be like, okay, I know what's going on now. You see what I'm saying? So we'll do that. We'll do that offline. We'll produce a commercial.
Okay, and now people are doing asking, can we do a poll?
That's a great idea from the yes, we can. Yes.
Yeah. So let me
from the audience.
Let me see if I can.
We are producing.
Where to do the polls at? Do I need to go to YouTube Studio for that though, or what?
I think that we shouldn't try to do that right this second, but for the next episode, we will implement that.
Okay, cool.
And then we are producing the show, and this is great. All right, come on, let's go. Yeah, okay, so how do you guys feel about that song? I thought it was cool, but it was nothing.
I like that one.
I liked it.
I like that one. Is gonna be that one. The first one for sure. Toxic, because that's how I know I liked it, because I remember the name of the song, Toxic. Toxic will for sure be on the Quarantine and Chill Volume 4 playlist. If you've been following me, make sure you check me out on Spotify and Apple Music. I make the same playlist for both with the same artist, but I do it every month. So right now we're on Quarantine and Chill Volume 3, but for Volume 4, Toxic will definitely be on it. And the track we just got to listen to, I might rock with that one too. Josh, how'd you feel about the album? I mean, that track.
I enjoyed it. It was definitely like you said, it kind of fit that same pocket, that vibe as like Toxic and as the intro. And that reminded me, even coming from like a Tory record a couple songs ago, that like, okay, this is still like not necessarily just a pop R&B record that we're going through, but it's still at the core base of it, you're still feeling it's a true R&B vibe.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and I liked it. I mean, I thought that it was good. It felt like a good, heartfelt song. Like she was getting some emotions off. So I felt like it was one of those joints where if you probably listen to it, she's probably breaking down some stories or some situation. So I thought it was good. It was a good listen. So far, she's 3 for 3 with me.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right, so let's get on to the next track. We're going on to track 4, and it's called Real. Oh, this was just a skit. Sales Real Hot Girl skit.
Let's let it ride.
Yeah, let's let it play. All right. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, it was
Pretty
Oh,
straightforward.
that was very quick. I was like, oh, it was fast. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So what's the next one? Water?
Yeah, let's go on to Water as the next track.
Okay.
And we're gonna start it in 3, 2, 1.
I like it.
That was a bop for me. I liked it.
Yeah, I wasn't mad at that, man. I think that a couple things. We're doing this on the fly, guys. So as we do something different, it's because we just thought of it. Though when you put it on share screen, you lose 2 of our screens.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's just me up there because I was the last one that talked. So
Okay.
what I can do is.
Do you have let me just ask you this. Do you have like a Sharpie and a piece of paper?
No, hold on, though. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get my iPad.
Mhm.
I'm gonna send the link to myself. I'm gonna open it on my iPad, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, you do
And
that.
that way-
We'll talk about this song. Okay, cool. Everybody that's listening right now, if you're in the live, it's about 328 of y'all. What we are doing right now is a silent listening party for the Kehlani album. We are all listening to it on Spotify, but you can listen to it on whatever streaming platform you like. So when you see us and it's silent, and you're like, why are they just sitting there? It's because we're all listening. We're assuming you're listening to it as well. And then when the song is over, we stop and then we talk about it. And then we listen to what you guys are saying here and we bring some of those comments in. So that's what we're doing. So what he's going to do now is going to go get his iPad. So when the song's playing, he can just have it up so people know, oh, this is the song that we're listening to. So what did you feel about that, Josh? I felt like it was I like the beat. The production on it was fire. And I love her pen. I love her pen. Her voice is amazing too, but I like the different cadences she does. She switches a lot. She'll like, she's almost like just floating in the beat. She's not even trying to get on top of it. She's just somewhere in the middle of it.
You still feel that West Coast to her little pocket that you're talking about. I enjoyed the song. Like you said, I love the production on it. It definitely had a good kind of like, it felt like almost we're coming out like that skit that we just heard.
Yeah.
Might have been like a break or like an interlude into kind of whatever is coming in the next few records too.
Yeah.
With like the energy change at least.
All right. And what was your overall thoughts to hear? You liked it? It was thumbs up to hear. So was it thumbs up mostly for you?
I liked Water. I thought it was a nice little vibe right there. It was a good switch up from coming from 2 slow songs kind of back to back. So I wasn't mad at Water at all, man. I could deal with that one.
Okay.
I could deal with it. So give me 1 second, man. Give me a little batter real quick because
I'll talk to them while you do that. Go ahead.
Okay.
So once again to the people, I'm just going to address y'all again. If you just walked in, Silent Listening Party. Album we are listening to now is what's it called? It Was Good Until It Wasn't. And it's by Kehlani. We're all listening to it. So get your sound system because when we go to the songs, then we all just listen. We can't play the music because of copyrights. We don't want the video to get flagged. That's why we call it Silent Listening Party. Yeah. This is fun, guys.
Yeah.
All right, so though what we'll do is let me see if I think I probably have to download Zoom. So we'll do it without the track showing this time.
Okay.
And we'll just type it in real quick. Somebody can type it in real quick if you can, and we'll go from there. And then I should have.
Hey, that's another thing I can do right now to make that easier. I could just put that as my name. What song it is?
No, you can do that.
That's easier. Hold on 1 second. So hold on. Rename. So what's the next song called?
Change Your Life.
Change Your Life.
Featuring Jhené Aiko. Big fan. Big fan of Jhené.
Change
She always got a little
Your Life. And then Kehlani. Oh my God, this is so genius. Oh wait, what number is it?
6.
Number 6. Okay.
666.
Look at this. Boom. Look at that.
Okay. All right, well, cool. Let's get it going.
All right, cool. So we're going to number 6. Go ahead, count it off, Chief.
All right, number 6 in 3, 2, 1.
A1 for me.
I like it.
This is a great album. She's swinging and she's making contact every time. She everything might not be a home run, but she's always getting on base. Very high base percentage. I like her bops. I like her music. I like the way she does that. And so yeah. And one more thing for you guys. I've been texting you guys and putting this. That's way easier if we just all keep changing our screen names to every song. People will know. They can see our screen names. They'll know what song to go to. Then you can kill the fourth screen. Okay, go ahead, Josh. What's to hear?
I enjoyed it, man. That little bar, she's like, I'm trying to switch up your cadence, man. Like, just let me intervene. Let me try something new here. You know what I mean? I do like kind of go back to what you were talking about earlier, though. Her pen's dope. She doesn't try to overdo it, but she'll throw in a little ism in there, you know. And
I like that.
Yeah, I liked it too. Like I'm thoroughly surprised at what I'm enjoying on this album. Like this joint I really liked it. I think the one previously with Jhené Aiko was good. I'm liking it right now. Like for me, it has some replayability. I'm like, all right, I'll come back and listen to this track for sure.
Okay,
so, I like it.
Okay, do you want to listen to the next the skit, or are we skipping the skit?
I mean, if anything, let's listen to the skit and then we'll just let it play into the next song.
Okay.
Okay. Well, then okay. So everybody change your name to number 8.
Yeah.
So should we name yourself? So number 8. Hold on a second. Number 8. Everybody business.
Well, yeah, that works.
Okay, and this is Kehlani. Okay. So I've renamed myself. You guys renamed yourselves, and then you go ahead and we'll play it from the skit, but then we'll just let it run into the next song.
All right.
Correct?
Yeah, that works.
Okay. Count us in.
Right, so here we go. 3, 2, 1.
I like it.
It was good, man.
She's man. I like her. This is like really my first. I mean, I've heard her on other people's songs, but I've never heard an album of hers. No shade to her, but I just haven't. And she's really good. Her music like makes me feel something bigger than music. I'm just like, I like how this feels when I listen to it. I like that. I like that.
Man, one of the things about this show, which is going to be dope, is that each one of us suggests an album to listen to, and it might not be something that we typically listen to, but being able to find a groove is so priceless to me. Find not just a good album, but a good artist to get on.
Yes,
that's what we all can kind of bring to this, man. So, Josh, just know if we do this like ongoingly, you're gonna have to hear some thug shit that Doughboy like to hear.
Yes, absolutely.
And both of you niggas recognize that you might be getting some jazz albums or some neo.
But let me just tell you how my mind thinks. Just because I'll be a visionary sometimes when I see stuff. This show is gonna get so big, we'll eventually be doing it with the artist sitting in with us. This show will get that big, I guarantee you. So if we did this in a year, Kehlani would be live with us, and we'd be able to talk about what was your about. We got something, but hey, we got one.
Hold on, really quick before we go though, because I want to do Josh, but I'm also want to write down these things that people are saying. Somebody said they think that Tahir is really gonna Hate the Club. I think going forth, we should name a song that we're most excited about.
Which is interesting. They said you're gonna hate the club.
No, they said I'm gonna like it.
Oh, I was gonna say I'd hope so. I mean, Masego's on there, bro. That's a lob.
Right. So I think we should name a track that we think we're gonna like. Number 2, maybe a track we're not interested in or we're not that interested in, and then at the end of the show we can say the track that surprised us the most.
Absolutely. Oh, we are making a show. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. Okay, and make sure you guys change your screen names for the next song.
Shut up! Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, man. You're not my dad.
Yo, this is great. This is great, man. I'm having a good time with my brothers and a whole other 300 people. This is good.
Okay. And I want to get this from you guys as well as the people watching right now. 1 second. Boom. Hate the Club. So just know that because this is a work in progress, also because of the fact that we can't play
their music. They'll strike us. They'll take it down.
Yeah, I get that some people come in and dip in and stuff like that. I get that. This ain't that type of show. It ain't gonna be rapid fire jokes. We're really just expressing and chilling with music, man. So that's number 1. Number 2, we're not really worried about the numbers right now because as the show progresses, we'll figure out better ways to do this and maybe even create an app where we all can join it at one point and we listen to it at the same time. That's for everybody that's interested in it and everybody that's still watching. Number 3 is somebody in this joint called Boss Quat, BOSSQUATT, who's all he's doing is talking about the numbers going down. He said, "Well, I'm out 4 different times, but still in there drugging."
Your ass out, man.
Block him.
Bro,
just
you
block
don't
him.
have to be here.
Block him, bro.
You don't have to be here.
Block him. So just block him. Just block him.
I'm listening. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but bro, we ain't here for that shit. We just chilling, bro. We don't care about
numbers hung down, bro.
Hey,
you didn't say going right.
Just block him. We ain't entertaining negative energy. What did y'all feel about the record though? Y'all liked it? It was lit. It was good.
Yeah, I did. Okay. All right, so let's get on to Hate the Club.
I'm excited.
This is track number 9 with feature Masego, and I'm really excited for this joint. So let's get it going in 3, 2, 1.
Man,
That's my favorite joint.
man, that was.
I know we're not
Hey.
showing all the cards yet, man, but that's yeah.
This was-
I
You hear
zoned
me?
out when you sent that to me,
Oh.
bro.
Oh, you want to do that on this episode? Oh, you want to on this episode?
Yes. Yes.
Hey,
Let's
Tony.
bring it on out.
Okay, Tony.
Let me just pull my
I know
notes.
Tony, bring me. I know Tony's
Right.
watching.
Let me say something real quick.
Give me a pen.
Talk your shit, Josh.
A lot of people have been introduced to Masego from his big records like Tadao, Navajo, and so on. They know him as artist. I'm singing on everything Masego, but I don't think a lot of people know him only as a producer as well, and what he's able to bring sonically only without even putting a verse down, without doing background vocals, all that. And I think we just got reminded anytime he blesses a record with background like saxophone, man, it takes it a whole different direction, man. And like, oh man, I enjoyed it. I think it was a good time. That's probably one of my favorite joints on there, if not my favorite. And I don't pick favorites.
Yeah, so guys,
Yeah.
we just implemented that we're going to do a rating system 1 through 5 for each track,
And
then
everybody in the comments, you can put your 1s or your 5s and genius.
and then overall we'll give the album a rating 1 through 5 too. That way it's just be easier. But yeah, I am. Listen, man, you talking about a song that's a vibe and just something that I would play on repeat. I appreciate this. I'm not a big fan of skits, but I do appreciate if you are going to have skits, you have them as individual tracks. So I don't have to hear that if I don't want to. This is something that I will put on repeat while I'm cleaning the house. While there are times when I need to soak. I did 8 miles on Monday, 6 miles on Tuesday, and I just need
soaking.
To soak.
You just soak.
Bro.
Yeah, we're not just gonna slide past that real quick. I got a hankering for a good soaking at this hour.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you about self-care, brother. I will get me some Epsom salt and put it in a nice bath. I'll put in a bath bomb so I get out feeling fantastic. Absolutely, brother.
You be bathing in lemon pepper.
Yes, that too. I'm right here.
You be getting little bath bombs with lemon pepper.
Hey,
dry rub head ass.
Low key though, while you bullshitting, this chick put out a TikTok yesterday showing how Wingstop makes their ranch. Nigga,
how do they make it?
They cut up, man.
Bro, buttermilk, mayo, and 2 packets of Hidden Valley Ranch. Mix that shit with a whip, bro. I was all on TikTok yesterday, and I was like, "Say word."
Say word.
Like, a whole jar of Miracle Whip, a whole half.
Wait. What's Miracle Whip?
Miracle Whip.
I never heard of
Moco is a thing
Actually,
for
you know
like
what?
boogers in Spanish. It's
You probably should use mayo instead of Miracle Whip. But it was a whole thing. I was like, I'm with all of this.
Yo, but this record for me, man, it was a 5, man. This is my 5. It's a different color joint. Like, she's just in the dip. She's in the zone, man. I feel like she found a pocket right after Toxic, and she hasn't even wiggled out of it. Like, it's just, she's right there, and she's got you in the middle of a story, and I'm just like, this is kind of dope. So I was rocking with it, I love the beat.
Oh, the beat's crazy. And that was another thing, Josh. I think you hit it right on the head. People tend to forget about how talented Masego really is. Like, and when he came on the track with that sax, I think you're right. Like, he absolutely reminded us that why the game needs him right now. So I concur with everything you said, sir. So let's get on to the next track.
Wait, man. You guys, and change your screen names, brothers.
Okay.
This one should be interesting because Boy Wonder has a production credit on it, and he makes the bops.
Okay.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I love the title of the song already. Serial Lover. That's kind of like me. It kind of explains who I am in the streets in my past. You know?
You're thinking of cereal, like the bowl cereal.
Yeah.
Tahir, you're a cereal grubber.
All right.
You know what's coming.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Count us in.
Cereal. Hold on 1 second. Let me type it in. Okay, cool.
Someone said Masego had sax with that song. That's hilarious.
So we're on track 10, Serial Lover, and we're starting in 3, 2, 1.
Man, I told y'all this was gonna go a different direction after that skit, bro. And it is not missing.
Is that I'm missing? Is that Carl Thomas?
Yo, that was with Rants and Faves, and I think we might just really quick, guys. I think we might want to take this to StreamYard so we can highlight some of these comments because some of y'all that are watching, y'all know y'all shit too. I don't want to step on Doe, so I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead and do your thing, Doe.
No. That was out the gate. Number 4. Like she is somewhere in a good pocket. That song, it gives you both that I'm missing, and she is starting to drop quotables. Love hard, fuck harder. I got bodies I'm gonna take to my grave. She is in that. She is.
I
in
got
that
girls.
bag.
I'm trying to get my last name.
She is in that bag. She is in her baggie right now. I love it.
And she be flowing. She be skating all over that beat too, bro.
Yo, so for me, initially, thick hair. I forget the last part of the name, but thick hair. She made this observation. She said it had a '90s vibe, and I was like, all right, that's cool. I agree with that. It did kind of have a '90s feel to it, but I'm such a '90s like fan of that music. Like I don't want people like trying to bite it. I appreciate the homage to it, but I don't like when people try to bite it. But then when it got to the chorus, when she was like, "Serial lover, serial fuck," and like that part, I was like, ooh. So for me, starting out the gate, the song was at a 3. I was like, all right, it's cool, right? But when I heard the chorus, I was like, okay. And then at the end, when she started spitting, Josh and Doe, like I said, when she said, I got bodies I'm gonna take to the grave.
To my grave, oh, just listen. That's a double.
Wait. That part and Josh, like you said, I got bitches I want to get my last name to. I was like, shit.
Bro,
yes.
She is just.
So based off of that,
5, 5.
Como 5.
And like I said, it started at the 3, but got to the chorus. I was so impressed with that and like related to it. And then when it got to that last part, I was like, hey, she airing all her truths. You gotta respect somebody that embraces their true life. Like we've all thought about that. Like I mean, as guys, I'm sure we've all thought about like there's some people I'm never gonna admit to about. And like there are chicks that we saw immediately. I know Doe can attest to this. Immediately was like, oh, that's wifey right there. I want to give last name to her.
Off the rip.
Serial lover. Based on those 3 points.
And that's another thing I want to give her props on, just because I know both y'all be writing too. Just the wordplay and the double entendre of I got bodies I'm gonna take to my grave. Like, because we all take our own body to our grave, but she's like, no, I'm taking body. Like that, just the wordplay on that was terrific. That was how
it fit as the hook, bro. A lot of times you might get one or the other that'll fit in a bar for where it's at as a placement, but to get that in a course with that melody and okay.
Almost
5.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on to the. What did you give it, Josh?
I give it 5. Como 5.
Okay.
You guys change your names again. I was changing mine while I was doing that. So you know what I'm saying. Just make sure you always know when to change to the next one. Yeah. So when we go up. So next one for everybody listening, we at number 11, F and MU. Interesting.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on the next one. And 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God. Listen. First of all, and I just realized something, and I understand why I'm connecting so much with Kehlani. You know why? I am the male version of this woman. I am just as toxic. I fucking make up. I am everything in a guy's version of what she is talking about. That's why she is relating to me on a different level. I understand everything she is talking about, and it makes so much sense to me. Jesus, that was a great song. Great song.
Josh, I'm with you. I like to give people their roses, but I want to make sure they get it. I need to see if she is credited as a writer on here, because if so, I would have to agree with your sentiments. Her pen grading is crazy because
there are 9 writers credited on this,
bro.
Hold on, no, 4. I was looking at the wrong one.
So
she's on there though. I mean, it wasn't completely. She's the second one, so I don't know if it's based off of percentage.
Yeah,
I don't know how it's organized, but
fucking makeup like it's Maybelline. I was like,
Jesus,
okay. And then she's like, when she said, "Why I gotta act up to make you fuck like that?" I was like, "Who? Get out of my life!"
Right? Scene. Hello, it is I. I am seen here. This is me. Hello.
Fucking makeup. Fucking make up like it's Maybelline, man. Bro, she is a bad woman. She is. Woo. What was your thoughts, Joshy?
I'm gonna give it a 4. Just, I mean, I was gonna give it a 4 regardless. I didn't know where she was going in the beginning until that hook came in. I feel like I probably would have given it a 5. If I had the option, I would have placed that hook at the top. Because then one, you hear exactly what F and MU stand for.
Right.
But it was dope, bro. I really enjoyed that hook.
This is dope. All right, so I had a 5, and both of you guys have 4s.
Right, and I'm seeing a lot of people coming in with theirs.
4.5.
Mama is 4. Seema gave it a 4. Somebody gave it 4.5. Oh, Ever Evolving gave it a 4.5. Visionist gave it a 4. Who else? Did we get some more people in here? Jasmine gave it a 4 out of 5. I agree with that, Jazz. Engaging Life's Moments 3. The King Kong Unboxing 3. Super Kid gave it a 3. Creative Jeans gave it 4. Fun Size gave it a 5. I respect that. Rants and Faves gave it a 4. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It was a part on there, and I think it was the chorus, like the fucking makeup like Maybelline, where some of y'all probably saw me. I was like,
yeah.
That moment right there is when I said, I think I'm a Kehlani fan. Bro, and I'm gonna be honest with you, had it not been for this show, I would have never gave that album the full. I would have breezed through. But with R&B, it's one of those things where the beat might not always catch you. The pen might catch you. Sometimes it's the beat and the pen. Sometimes it's just the chorus. But like, I think I'm a Kehlani fan.
And she, you know what she has? She has a gift that she can carry and harness emotion in her voice. That's rare. Like that, whatever she did, I can't do it. But what she did?
Yeah, I wasn't familiar with what
We should probably leave that to her.
Let her do it.
I might chop that real quick.
Okay, change y'all screen names to number 12. Can you blame me?
Lucky Daye.
Lucky Daye is on this one?
Yeah.
Lucky Daye.
Okay, well, that's not what it is, but I get what you're saying.
God rest his soul.
Can you blame me?
By the way, man.
Can you blame me? And just to give y'all a little tip, like after I be giving my opinion, I'll be listening to y'all, but then I'll be going and changing the things just so you'll have it a little bit easier.
Yeah, man. All right, man. You said it last time.
Yeah, I fire on you.
All right, let's get into this next track. Can you blame me in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, before I give my opinion on this one, can I just start with this? I haven't heard a bad song from her yet. I haven't listened to her other discography, but she don't make bad songs. Like any song she does is either exceptionally fire or really, really good. Like she's really good. Off the rip, I give it a 4. I like the vibe of it. I like the pocket. I like the instrumentation on it. And her voice is just she's got a there's something very distinctive about her voice that's just very calming when I listen to her. So yeah, it's a 4 for me.
I probably will give this one. I'm gonna give it. There we go. So just go with this. This is a 3. I don't know how it's gonna
Wow,
look
I was like
3.5.
With letters?
I thought you was giving it an 8. I'm like, that's not how this rating system works. But
I'm gonna give it a 3.5 just because it was a good song. Lucky brought something to it, but I feel like she didn't use him in the best way possible. If it hadn't been for Lucky, I would have gave it a 3. To be honest with you, it was a good song. Like Daye, I agree with what you said. I haven't heard a bad song yet, but it was nothing that's as a standout track for me, which is sad because Lucky Daye is an amazing artist. But I also feel like with him, he shines better on slower songs, like kind of like ballads, when he's like he could just go off. But that's just my personal opinion. So I am a fan of his, however, and I thought that he was going to bring a lot more, but maybe there's only so much you could bring to tracks. So 3.5 for me on this one.
What you got, Joshy Gons?
I'm gonna give this one a 4. Like I said, it wasn't my favorite track, but it wasn't a bad track. Kind of like what you said too, Doe. I don't think there has been a song that I've just been wanting to keep it moving from. I'm a big Lucky Daye fan. I've been a big Lucky Daye fan. He definitely elevated this record. And I like what he did with it. He didn't try and do too much. He brought a little vibe to it, just kind of like how Masego touched his,
Solid record. All right, we're moving on to number 13, which is called Grieving. Let's make that rename. Oh, look at y'all getting ahead of it. Okay, count us into here.
All right, man. So we're about to get it started on number 13. The track is called Grieving, featuring James Blake. In
James
3,
Blake.
2, 1.
Okay. Now I'm gonna ask a question, and when I first say this is gonna sound like a joke, and I know that we're comedians, but I'm telling you now, this is not a joke. I'm being serious. And excuse my naivety. Who is James Blake? I've never heard of him before today. Who is this man?
Josh, you can take the lead on this one.
I mean, there's many answers. You know, James Blake has worked from Jay-Z to
Chance,
to
Big
Chant.
Crit,
Like he's got
Kanye.
a lot of artists love him because of his sound and that. And it's interesting that James is even paired on a record like Grieving because his sound, even in his albums, he's got Andre 3 Stacks on one of his cuts. I'll send you that record after.
Where is he?
But
where is he from? I've never even heard of him.
I think he might be from overseas.
Okay.
I don't know exactly where. I don't know if he's necessarily.
Yeah, people in the comments are saying like Britain or something.
Possibly. Like I said,
Okay.
I don't know exactly, but what I was saying is like his sound is always like very mysterious, and I think him getting paired on a record that's called Grieving kind of brought that energy together. You feel it at the end too, because like it's almost a somber record, not necessarily that she's grieving over like somebody who passed away, but like grieving over us, like whether that is somebody who passed away, whether that's a relationship. But you really felt that energy between whoever it was, even in Blake's little bridge at the end, man. Like that was, I mean, his sound is very distinct to whenever you hear that, you're like, okay, like it's very like stand out in your face. I'm gonna give that for I'm gonna give it a 5. I'm a big James Blake fan too.
Mm-hmm.
I'd listen to James Blake a lot when he like if I'm driving late, it always just like you just kind of wire into that sound and that vibe.
That is dope, man. Like listen, like the instrumentation on this was, did y'all hear them violins midway through? They just came in, because I'm a dude, like I play drums, like, you know what I mean? Not professionally or nothing, but I play. So like I'm big on instrumentation, bro. When I heard that, I was just like, bro, they just gonna bring some whole violins, and then his voice and hers paired together. I loved it. So another 5, man. Kayla, man, she's in that baggie in this album, and I really love it. So 5.
I'm gonna tell you what, I enjoyed the song a lot. When I first heard the beat, I was like, ooh, I wonder what James is gonna do on this. That's the thing. He has one of those voices where it can blend, but then it could also just completely not mesh well with it. And I think for this track, it was a surprise to hear what he did with it. Not surprising in his talent or ability, but it was just a surprise where the direction they went with it. Like they kind of held the track back a little bit while he was going, not to take away from the vocals as well as his pen. And then the bass line, a couple of people mentioned it.
Oh, D'Angelo, yeah.
Rants and faves, I saw her talk about it first. That bass line was like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
It was literally the drum for this song, which is rare. You don't get a lot of songs where the bass is controlling the tempo and everything of the song. The bass was literally the drums on this track, and I loved every moment of it. So the only reason I'm not giving it a 5, because I give it a 4, only reason I'm not giving it a 5 is because a 5 is for me, a song that I could put on repeat and listen to it continuously throughout the day, throughout the night, a number of times. So for me, that is why I would give it a 5. But it's right on there. You know what I mean? It's, especially with the James Blake feature, I think that's dope as hell.
Perfect. Okay, so it was 2 5s and a 4? Or 2 4, 2 1 5, and what was it all together? 2 5s, 4?
I gave it a 5.
5,
yeah.
Okay. And I gave it a 5 as well. So okay. Y'all ready for the next record? Number 14. Open. It says open, and then in parenthesis says
Passionate. Yeah,
Okay.
Go ahead and change our names, Buster. I'm on that. All right, so here we go. Going with track number 14. It's called Passionate. We're kicking it off in 3, 2, 1. Hey, guys, real quick.
Yes.
I'm a Kehlani fan.
I am officially.
I am a Kehlani.
Officially.
Welcome, guys. On this side, man.
So we got like you know they have the Beehive and Rihanna maybe. What's Kehlani's thing?
Oh, let's not get too crazy. Let's just
I'm a part of that.
Let's
relax,
wait a
man.
second.
You're just dipping your toe in the water. This is one project.
I'm
Bro,
all in.
What's dope about finding an artist that's been putting out music for years though is you can go back on a whole back catalog and listen to a bunch of music for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's something super exciting. Like what's what I'm saying with you guys, just kind of being introduced to like full projects. Because obviously you guys you might have heard her like on a record or two where she's featured. She does great on features too. But onto this song, the switch up, I was not expecting a switch up because I was
not at all. I wasn't ready. I was a curveball.
Man, and it was like an uplifting part 2 that kind of took it into a direction that I enjoyed. I thought it was, man, I don't know. That's all I have.
What you giving it, Josh?
I'm gonna give it a 4 though.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
You're the 4? Okay. I'm in that same boat with you, Josh. It was a 4 for me. It was solid. It was to the point when the switch came, I wasn't ready for it. So I was thinking, because I did look at the time of it, I was like, oh, 4 minutes. And then I was like, oh, it's a whole another direction. So it was still good though. I like her vibe. She knows what she's doing. I think she knows her strengths as well as whatever her weaknesses are. I don't know what her weaknesses are. I just know I don't hear anything that I can critique about her. So she probably did, so I think she's very good at being whoever she is. She's found a really good indicator for who she is. And I like it. So yeah. 4.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Prior to this project, I thought Kehlani was a lot of hype. Even on the Calvin Harris album, I was like, yo, I like her on here, but I wasn't buying into it. And I think mainly because as somebody at the time that was kind of on just the tiptoe edge of the R&B world. Like I knew the main artists, but like up and coming artists, I was just kind of looking for something. And if I didn't see it on the first look, kind of just brushed them off. So aside from being a fan, I had to like just eat so many words. And I expected one standout song on this album. Thus far, I'm somewhere around maybe 6, 7. I love switch ups. Y'all know how I feel about good switches up. Good switching up. I was like, yo, I was already feeling the first groove, but then when this switched up, I was like, okay, so I'm fucking with it heavy, bro. This is something that I would put on repeat.
With the 5.
I would put it on repeat, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think there are a lot of albums nowadays that give me a ton of 5s on albums. 2 right there is more than I expected for a lot of artists, but definitely more than I expected with Kehlani. So
and let me say this real quick too, bro. Logo Secret VBS said this, and I was feeling like this, and I wasn't gonna say anything, but since they said it, I'm gonna say it. They said that she was on her Drizzy. She's been giving me Drake vibes this entire album.
Drizzy actually had a hand in not necessarily the production of everything, but he helped out at least in crafting some of this project.
Yes, this is absolutely.
Yeah. And a lot of people were asking about old albums. I would definitely go back and listen to old albums.
I had just put that in the group chat, literally like. I don't know if that was you saying that. Okay, never mind.
No, but I saw what you put in the group chat, but like 4 or 5 people have asked, "Oh, are we gonna go back and listen to old music?" The short answer is yes. We would definitely go back and listen to it on our own when we definitely like an artist. But on weeks where we don't have a big album coming out, or
we can just get a classic.
Yeah, I think host picks is something that we could do, and each one of us can bring an album, and we still only do 1 per episode, but like Josh should get this week, or if we know 1 week out of every month, we're gonna do one of our picks, and then the other 3 weeks of the month, we'll go with what's coming out. But
how many weeks do you think are in months? There's only 4 weeks in months. You said like it was 6 weeks.
No, I just said 1 week we're having the other 3, we'll do whatever comes out. That's what I said. But yeah, so yeah, man, I like that track. I definitely like that track. So let's go on to the next track. We are looking at
number 15.
Oh,
this is the last song on the album. This is it.
Yeah. And let me say this wasn't too much. The fact that it was like only 15 tracks, and that's 15 tracks with 2 sketches as well. The fact that it was only that, and it was literally like 40 minutes, that left me wanting more. So I appreciate that, being a new fan, that it forces me to go out and find more of her music, but also like revisit the album. So I'm very much looking forward to that. So let's go ahead and jump into it.
Lexi's outro is what it
Lexi's
is.
outro, and we are starting this in 3, 2, 1. Hey,
So a little preface on this record. Lexi was Kehlani's friend. She passed away recently at the age of 21. But as you can hear in that, bro, her talent was out of this world. Out of this world, man. But
Wow.
but I mean, the fact that Kehlani placed her as like the ending piece, she could have easily done it as an interlude, you know, but like that send off staple was a lot heavier feeling that, and the words that she was even speaking in that too, man. But
oh man,
I'm gonna have to give this a 5 as an outro.
Come on, bro.
Even if it wasn't an outro, man. But
See, that was
let it off.
That was just so hard, bro. And she can rap, man. I didn't know she could spit.
Yeah. Well, that
was the girl Lexi.
Oh, so that was Lexi. Okay, thank you for the correction. So that was her home girl.
Yeah.
Oh, she is super talented.
Hold on, though. Skinny Dude put in here that Lexi Alajay, I guess is her name. Unfortunately, she passed away this year. Josh said she was 21, amazing artist. So shout out to Lexi Alajay,
rest in
her
peace.
family, rest in peace.
Yes.
Very amazing gesture by Kehlani. Go ahead, Josh. You were about to say.
Oh no, I mean that's literally. I mean, I said I gave it my 5 and everything, man. But like that was a very I think for somebody to be able to spit on a record like that, it was if you didn't hear it, there was no drums, there was nothing to kind of draw you in to the beat, you know. It was like a very instrumental based, like I'm just gonna let this off real quick, and like I forgot what she said. I'm not gonna let this no more. I mean, you felt things that she was going through. She's talking about like her grandma, her mom, like like real struggles that, I mean, even for her to be able to articulate that at 21, bro, like to be able to put that out in a cadence and flow like that, that'll kind of leave that staple, man. It's like, aside from the fact that like it's sad that a 21-year-old passed, but you hear that talent, bro, and like you can only imagine where she could have been in 10 years. Like
absolutely. You can hear that passion in her voice, man. It was, and now even hearing the back, like when I hear the backstory now, it makes it resonate with me more. Like after we get off of this, I'll probably go back and listen to that record again. But Josh and Tahir, I got a curveball for you both. So adjust on the fly in front of everybody. How we've been rating every song, I want you guys to rate the entire album now. So
wait, I didn't get my.
Give yours, but then we gotta give a rating for the whole album. Okay.
I agree with that.
Perfect, okay.
I think well, shout out to Amanda too. She said that Lexi has a song called Jealous with her and Kehlani. And she also said that Lexi has a few mixtapes out. and a few EPs. So
Oh, yeah.
make sure you check her stuff out. So I
sure.
definitely gonna check that. Shout out to Amanda for giving us information like that. That song was fire, bro. When she first started rapping, I thought it was gonna be acapella. I really don't like hearing acapella raps on albums. It's more of a live thing or a freestyle battle thing for me. So when the music came in, I was super hyped about that. But then when I was listening to the content, I was like, man, she going in. And I was like, this is dope. And that just brought me around to the overall theme of the album. The whole thing, I feel like from inception to completion felt very well thought out. I think that the song placement was great. I think that the song selection was phenomenal. I think that it wasn't overpowered by featured artists. And I think that every featured artist was placed correctly. Man, it was a solid ass album. And based on that is kind of how I came together with my rating. Now, I think for the rating for the album, guys, I think, it's still on a 1 to 5 scale. I think, we should definitely be a little more cautious with that just because we liked a couple standout tracks. I think we need to be honest about how we feel about the whole album when we're about to pull this number. And I want to pose this one question before I give my rating of the album, because I just want to see where we all are collectively. Okay. And people in the audience, you guys watching, want your guys' rating for the album to 1 out of 5 for the album. And let us know about album after you put your number so we know it's not dealing with a song. If we had to listen to one song from the album right now that just really stood out to us, you only got one pick, but you know that one is the one that you could put on repeat. If you had to put something on repeat, you could put that on repeat for 3 times in a row.
I think easily for that one for me is number 5. Water was the one I wanted to repeat. Water is my favorite song on the album, I believe. I like all of them, but that one was just like, I just like the vibe. I like the pocket that she was in. I loved what she was doing.
I'm gonna go with Hate the Club.
Okay.
Because I do hate the club, man. I be stepping out for the sake of doing my job and taking photos and whatnot, but she talked about being ducked off or being dolo in her section. I felt that. I've seen, she does that. You know what I mean? Like it's very relatable. And also like Masego did his thing without doing too much of his thing. And that entire element of that song, I could easily go back or just take a drive right now and go listen to that at high volumes. And
bro, Kehlani is 10 out of 10 for authenticity. She bared her soul on this album. She told you that.
Wait. Can I give my?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. It's so crazy, Josh, because I was right there back with you and with I'm sorry, I Hate the Club and Masego. But I don't know why. Like I listened to each track when you guys were naming your track and why. So I listened to Water. I was like, oh yeah, Water was good. Hate the Club was great. But I went back to my initial thought, and the initial thought was Toxic. And I just was like, yo, man, I'm like, once this ends, I'm going to listen to Toxic first. I'm absolutely going to put Hate the Club on that repeat mode too. Yeah. But Toxic was just amazing to me. It was the perfect vibe, perfect way to open up an album, set the tone for it. It wouldn't be any more than 10 decibels or whatever the rate is for songs. It wasn't going to be more than 10, 15 more than that. It wasn't going to be too much more as far as higher than that as well. So for me, it just really set the tone for what this album was going to be. And I really rock with it. So based on that, and based on that and the other things I mentioned, I'm going to overall give this album a 4 out of 5.
Okay. And I like that. Okay, and so for me, another thing that I was going to say, I didn't mean to cut you off before, my bad on that. But I think my favorite song, I take it back. I know I had said Water, but I think it's F and Make Up. F and Make Up was the one that I really, really liked. So I think that would be the one that I would say is my favorite. But this is the great thing I like about this album. I love when I go into anything, whether it be a movie, a TV show, or an album. I love it when I can go into it with zero expectation. I love when there was a movie like that. What was that movie about the superheroes? And then the dude became one. Jim Carrey was in the sequel. Whatever movie that was. So that movie, I walked into it and then I was like, oh my God, this is so good because I didn't know what I was walking into. Same thing with Kehlani just now. I had no idea. I just knew who she was. And so I had an empty expectation and I was blown away. And for that reason, I'll give it a 5. I think it's so hard. I relate to her stories. She sounds like a guy that's talking from a woman's perspective though. Like she's talking that shit that I can relate to, that I go through. I know I be toxic AF. I know I be on BS, but I know I'm trying to do the right thing. When she did that Don Julio thing, I was like, that takes me back to my drinking days. You know what I mean? So I relate to what she does. And it was so refreshing to come in with 0 expectation and be knocked down. And for that, she gets a 5 from me.
Hey.
And who was that? Did Josh give his overall?
Not
on
yet.
the album? Okay.
I'm gonna give it overall. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Mhm.
I loved it. I mean, I think even that Serial Lover, that's my runner up for that second. For if there was a tie between my 2 favorite records on there, between Hate the Club and Serial Lover, I do think I enjoyed the second half of the album a little bit more than the first, other than Toxic, the intro record. I don't know if it has like a full play. So for me, a perfect 5 would be like I can press play and let it rock all the way through without skipping at all, like a no skips factor.
Mm-hmm.
Like SZA's Control, for example. I could let that go without even worried about what song's coming next, because I know I'm gonna love the sequence and like the vibe of every song after. So for for all those reasons, I'm gonna give this one a solid 4 though.
Gotcha.
It was a great project for sure.
Yeah.
But I do know that I'm gonna go back and select a few that I'm actually gonna immediately press play on. But me too.
I'm definitely going to go back and run this back. I want to challenge Doughboy in the future to be more strict on your rating. I don't want you giving everything a 5.
Oh yeah.
Doughboy gets excited. You get excited and you become a prisoner of that moment, and then you'll go back and listen. Like, guys, I gave it a second run, and no, it just didn't do it for me.
This is the thing though. People always criticize me for being a prisoner of the moment, but that's all we have. Like,
that's true.
If you can catch me in how I'm feeling right in that moment, like the reason why I gave her a classic is because, bro, I had 0 expectation. I was just like, all right, what you got? So I was really just like, who are you? And you really got me engaged. Like, oh my God, what are these stories? What have you been through? Who are these guys? What did all happen? And that's art. So yeah, but I will try to not be so cold.
I appreciate that, but I want to just point out something. You was like, I wasn't expecting to hear anything. I never heard of it. And I listened to it and it was a classic. You just called this album a classic. Dope.
Easy, bro.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. You got to be more stringent with your rating, okay? This was a great album. Classic it was not, but it was a very, very well put together, well thought out album. So I am going to be strict on the rating, guys. Like, honestly, okay. This was a 4. It wasn't a 3, it wasn't a 5, it wasn't a 3.5. It was a solid ass 4, and it gave you more than for me, somebody who wasn't that familiar with her. It gave me more than I was expecting, and more than I bargained for. So I really appreciate her body of work on this one.
Perfect.
Yeah, man. So
perfect.
All right. So you guys can leave comments, man, as far as like what you like about the show, what you don't like about the show, some suggestions that you guys may have. We will try to, take all of that into consideration. And next time we do this, we may do it on StreamYard just so we can highlight some of your comments, because you guys really appreciate music and we appreciate that about you. Like I said,
suggest albums for us. Hop in the comments, tell us what you want to hear. What album do you want us to listen to? What's coming out? Like, let us know and we will definitely listen to you.
Yeah, and some people have been asking, like, would you listen to their personal music? I'm gonna tell you what, I listen to people's music. You send me the link or something, like somebody sent me something today on Twitter. It was like, yo, can you check out my beat tape? And I think the artist's name is Brown Sounds, but it's BRWN_SOUNDS. And the fact that I remember that lets you know that I like his music. Okay. I went on there. It's a Beast little mixtape. I bought it for $5. It's one of those ones where you name your price. But he got like 4 projects on there, and like 4 Lucy's on there. But dope. So send it to me, send it to Doe, send it to Joe on our own time. We'll listen to it. And if we find space for it in the episode where we maybe do it in the beginning, we'll do that. But like you see, as you guys can see, we're literally formulating this in front of you guys as we go forward. So short answer, I would like to say yes. But again, this is something that I have to talk with my brothers. But you send me your music and I can get to it. I will check it out. All right.
There we go.
Y'all got anything going on that y'all want to talk about real quick? Tell people.
Look, I mean, I got, I'm always on the stuff with All Def. I'm really on my fitness trail right now. I got to weigh in. So if you follow me, you can follow me at I Am Doughboy TV on YouTube and on All Def's YouTube every morning, Monday through Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. I'm working out live with all of the fans and getting in shape and bringing sexy back to get to 225 by the 4th of July.
Hey, awesome.
Back, bro.
Yes.
I got a 1 episode monthly music show, pretty much. It's called the Gonzi Taste Podcast, where I pretty much played 15 to 20 records that I've just been feeling that month. They could be brand new ones. They could be records that came out last year, a couple years, kind of whatever. I don't really put the idea of like brand new music, because the amount of music that kind of comes out every single day, we might not be able to hear everything, and some stuff surfaces later. But yeah, that's exclusively on the Cam on Stage Studios Patreon. If you guys are interested in that, or if you guys are already there, you can tell a friend about it. There's a gang of exclusive content on that Patreon, though. I don't want you to spend the $5 just for we got mad live streams all the time. It's always a good time.
I got a show on there as well, Slept On. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff. And I'm starting a book club over there too for the Right Pack Book Club.
Right Pack
Okay.
Books.
Yes, for sure.
And I think that y'all already know what's going on with me. If you're already on my page, please subscribe. I definitely would appreciate that. All my brothers got pages, so make sure you subscribe to Doe and Josh as well. Wording is Hard is out now. The episode this week has Steve Green on it. If you guys have seen JK News, he's on there as well. Yeah, man, we all got stuff going on, and we all going to continue to put out content for you guys. And thank you so much for continuing to support us. I'm going to talk with my guys right now. And we're gonna figure out how we're gonna do the next episode. We definitely probably will start a Patreon for this. I want to find out. So I'm gonna just tell y'all right now. This is what I would like to do. I would love to. Wait,
are we still live right now? Or are we off live?
Yeah, we still live.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So this is what I would love to do. I would love to do the older albums, like Daniel Caesar, Lauryn Hill, John Legend, that type of stuff. I would love to do that. And Brant Faves has said this a couple times on Patreon. Because if we do that on Patreon, we do it as a private video that will only be for the patrons. We can play the music because it will be private. It's never going to go viral, nothing like that. So that'll be a private video. And then when we do ones like this for new music, we can definitely keep this for everybody and maybe just give it to the Patreons early, the way we do.
You know how we do. Yeah. We know how to put that together.
So I'm pitching that to y'all, and we can, after we come off of here, that's what we do. But if you guys, if that's something that you feel like you would like to check out with us, let us know in the comments, and we'll keep this going. Make sure you check out the Gonzi tapes on Tidal.
I put the playlist out on Apple Music, Tidal, and Spotify, but the actual show where there's actually an exclusive playlist for that show too. That's available on the Come On Stage Studios Patreon.
Okay. And yes, we're going to check out Twitch too to see which one is a better idea, if it's Twitch or whether it's YouTube private just for the Patrons. But we will figure that out. And what was, I felt like it was going to be one more thing. I can't remember right now, but thank you. Thank you so much. Cara, I don't have a Patreon right now. I'm working on that. It'll be up by next week. I just wanted to get one more show, but I got that. So thank y'all so much for watching, man. Make sure y'all get it together and check out that new Kehlani album. It's fire.
Boom, let's get it. All right, so both y'all stay on here after you cut the live.